Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Cleveland. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Draymond Jones able to get him for a loss of about 3. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Sanders now. From the gun, he'll throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Sanders. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans now just about ready to take over. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Returning right back to Lockett. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Moore. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Ward. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Ward. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Ward. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the 1st quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
And the Browns getting set to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Sanders. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Ward now throwing to start the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Operating from the gun, Ward.
Open man downfield is Ridley.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw again.
Cockrell holds it in left side.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch it and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Draymond Jones. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. 3 3-0 after one on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Ward.
That's complete downfield to Okonkwo.
And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's complete to Lockett.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Ward. And he's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have taken the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, dude.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
Ward throwing to start the drive.
Drops this underneath for Pollard.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 3.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Ward.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tyler Lockett, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. That now brings up a very interesting identical situation on 3rd down.
Yeah, people couldn't see us on camera, but I love how you motioned to me like, throw the ball. This is a great shot to take it. 2nd and short. Maybe take a big shot downfield. Instead, they ran it. Didn't work out for them very well. They should listen to you, partner.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Sanders.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun. Sanders got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Sanders throwing on 4th down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku from 6 yards away.
And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On second down, here's the option.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Ward from the gun on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Carter. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Sanders. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's Sanders from the gun on third down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Titans getting set to go.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception, almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The tight end in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. On the return, Carter. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sanders. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Sanders. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 59 yards.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so.
To throw is Ward. Throwing to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Ward.
A very quick pass to Ridley.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, the 1st half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the 2nd half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
It's caught. Lockett.
Across midfield. He's on his way.
Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, 72 yards.
And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now Ward throwing to start the drive. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Off play action. Ward.
Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
Yeah.
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance, but that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Escaping a tackler at the 25.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns set to take over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now Sanders off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw is Sanders, operating from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second down, Pollard again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second and a couple.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That's to the tight end, Wiley.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets this up to the 24-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 7 catches for him. His last one, a first down.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Sanders being chased out left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Back to throw now on first down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. Second and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a short gain here down to the 22. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Cedric Tillman.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it. The 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
They'll start by running the option to the right. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
In motion goes the tight end.
2nd and 5. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41.
Going to run again here with Pollard.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
He finds his man, Pollard.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. The motion, the tight end across the formation. Ward now from the gun on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Right back to him on first down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively at second down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw.
More. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Ward.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make the play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Sanders.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So now the Titans down by 7, 2:21 the time left. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Ward throwing to start the drive.
He's going to get this complete here to lock it.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. They'll look to throw here on first down. This one caught by Ridley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's second and a yard.
Back to throw.
Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now.
They'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Slide for the PAT.
And we may very well be headed to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out.
They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll look to throw now on first down. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.